everyone. I am Tracy from Waldo Thai Massage and Bodywork, and I wanted to do this quick little video to talk about the transition in yoga, the transition between down dog, plank, and up dog. In most flow types of yoga, so vinyasas and things like that, any yoga practice that flows from one pose directly into the next to the next to the next, almost like a dance. So it's just this sort of continuous movement. You will do a lot of this particular transition. It's part of sun salutations, and like I said, it's just, if you're doing a flow class, pretty good chance you're doing this. But there's a lot of things to think about while you're doing these poses and while you're doing the transition. And the point of yoga is to help heal your body and for you to be healthier, and you don't want to harm your body in the process. So doing this particular transition properly is really pretty important, because if done incorrectly, it can put a lot of strain on your lower back, which is, the exact opposite of what we're actually trying to accomplish. So let me just dive right in. So I have a lot of my yoga students say that they're not really sure about the proper placement of their hands and their feet in down dog. So we're going to talk about that real quick first. So in your down dog, you want to be able to go directly from down dog to plank without moving your hands and your feet. So I know a lot of people think that you're supposed to have your heels all the way down to the mat. And I suppose that technically, I guess that's the goal, is to be able to get your heels all the way down to the mat, but not if you're doing the posing correctly. And it really is important that you're spaced in such a way, and you will actually get more out of the pose versus bringing your feet up a little bit just so that you can get your feet on the mat. And let's face it, if your feet or your heels are already on the mat, there's nowhere to go. So you can't stretch your calves as well as if they're up in the air. And that's a big reason for doing down dog, is because it's a great calf stretch. So again, here we are, and in your down dog, you're pressing your hands away. You're bringing your upper body through your arms, almost like you're bringing your forehead towards the mat. Your hips are lifting, your kneecaps are lifting, your heels are pressing down. And then, like I said, you can go easily between plank and down dog. And then from here, they say lower down. You want to keep your elbows in close, lower down, and then come into your up dog. You can also press the top of the feet into the mat and lift your thighs up if you're there. Only if it feels good. And then you don't want to sag into your up dog. You want to press into the mat, pull the shoulders away from your ears. So you're not sagging, you're uplifting. You're uplifting. Anyways, so then from here, most times they'll have you curl your toes under and then lift to down dog. Now in this transition, it's important to press up with the belly, not lift up from the back. And what do I mean by that? So I'm here in my up dog, and I curl my toes under. I'm gonna tighten up my belly, and I'm gonna use it to push me up into down dog versus using my back to pull me up. And the reason that that's important is just because if you stay like super arched, oh my God, I can't even do that, in your lower back, like that's really like compressing everything in that low back. It's really bad for you. So I want you to try this so that you can feel what it is that I'm talking about. So I'm here in my up dog. I'm gonna curl my toes under and I'm gonna press up with my abdominal muscles versus pulling up from my back. Keeping my back nice and straight as I go, and then sitting back into my down dog. Coming forward, I want to tuck my hips under. I'm kind of rounding my back in the process. So I'm not just like, again, you don't want this big curve in your back. You want to keep it straight. So I'm going to tuck my hips under, kind of wave my body forward. Into my up dog, curl my toes under, keep my back straight, and into my down dog. So that's it. So it's really important that you think about this every single time you're doing this movement, because this is very repetitive. We do this over and over and over again. And if you're compressing that spine, that lower back, every single time and putting so much pressure on that low back, over time, you're gonna have some serious back issues, and we're trying to heal all that. We're not trying to make it worse. So I'm gonna stop preaching at you. Try it a few times. See if you can feel what I'm talking about by pressing up with the belly, not pulling up with the back. And I hope that helps. So feel free to leave me a comment if you have any questions, or if you noticed the difference and it was kind of a, wow, that's exactly what I needed to figure out this transition, or, whatever, or say hey. Always feel free to leave me a comment to say hey. But I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you soon. Bye.